Find the truth of how powerful you really are. When you fully wake up to your inner superstar, you make heads turn as you walk into a room because you are so deeply and fully being you. You are in the flow. You become a magnet for everything your heart desires because you are like a beacon of happiness, love, and success. When you disarm your inner critic and your inner mean girl, you become so aligned with the truth of who you really are that your light becomes undeniable. Do not ignore our opportunities for transformation. Bring the big fat lies out of the darkness into the light so they can be healed. Tell yourself your truth about who you are and what your soul's purpose might be in this moment. Finally, let your inner wisdom, truth, take root by repeating it back. Allow, if possible, accomplished by a physical gesture to really lock in the message. This is a potent neuro-linguistic programming technique to bring your physical body into alignment with your truth. My inner wisdom has me tap my heart, wave your hand like a butterfly floating away from you, or touch your belly. Attaching a physical gestures not only deepens the learning, but it also gives you a movement to engage in whenever you are feeling angry, upset, or sad. Your inner wisdom's gesture will remind your body to calm down, even without words. Don't believe everything you think, especially if it's negative. Thoughts can be limited. Why do women lie to themselves? Human beings feel more comfortable playing small. We cling to comfort, continue to hold our own power hostage. We feel terrified that we might be put in our place and as a result stay in the jail cell we know and understand. Our power as women is deep and vast, and in many, many ways more mysterious than the He-Man masculine form of power. We've been indoctrinated since we were little girls. As we learn to love and embrace our inner wisdom and inner superstar, we will become more comfortable with our own magnificence and authority. And as we shine even brighter, we will witness others learning to shine. What a beautiful world would be if we all stood tall and proud and compassionate and vital and wise and loving, confident in ourselves and in one another. We can relish our strength and the awesome responsibility it carries to be in service to ourselves, one another, and the world, instead of hiding from it. You are enough. You are a good person. You are lovable. You belong here, yes. The universe is a friendly place. You must operate from a place of love and enoughness. You are a living magnet. Proverbs 3:13 through 17. In the book of Proverbs, wisdom is personified as a woman. When you embrace wisdom, you get 5 things: long life, riches, honor, pleasure, and peace. Quote, happiness is a man who finds wisdom and a man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. In the Old Testament book of Proverbs, God's infinite wisdom is personified as a woman. The association of divine wisdom and the feminine is not incidental. Social relationship in Israel reflected spiritual relationship between Israel and Yahweh. As a result of this basic analogy between earthly realm and the heavenly realm, one can look to the feminine images of Hebrew scriptures to better understand personified wisdom. Proverbs was written to teach young male students how to function in society and find meaning and order in the world. The Proverbs are truths inspired by and rooted in the Hebrew faith. that provides practical guidance for right living. In the light of the fact that these Proverbs was written for a male audience, it is ironic that as a whole, Proverbs is united by recurrent female imagery and a personification of God's wisdom as a woman, chapters 1 through 9 and 31, which form the introduction and conclusion to the book of Proverbs, are especially pregnant with feminine imagery. While women's roles were generally limited to the domestic sphere in traditional Israelite society, it's important not to underestimate the power and authority which women held within that domain. As the primary homemakers and caretakers, women were naturally viewed as the arbiters of morality. Women were obviously valued and esteemed by the writer of Proverbs, who sees the most humanly attractive element in the divinity to be analogous to the feminine in humanity, and so uses the noble concepts of womanhood in Israel to call students to the path of life. That God's wisdom should be characterized in feminine language indicates a real affirmation of and respect for women. Lady Wisdom, like the Israelite women, provides identity and security for her family, protecting them from the harm and evil. She brings honor to those who listen to her advice and heed her counsel. She invites her followers to a life of union. In light of these parallels, it is not surprising that in Proverbs, God's wisdom should be personified as a woman. Lady Wisdom is uniquely able to teach us about a right relationship with the ultimate source of our knowledge, a relationship characterized by love, commitment, and intimacy. She asserts God's nearness, involvement with the world, and commitment to humanity. She is portrayed as a bridge between humanity and a transcendent God, between things secular and things divine. One finds God by finding wisdom, because wisdom ultimately comes from and belongs to God. Thank you for being here, family. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember to echo kindness, be loved, be blessed.